Good afternoon, and welcome to your EHC-TV Sports Update. I'm Abigail Leo.
And I'm Hayden Pugh. We've reached the point in the calendar where teams are starting to take a look at what their postseason opportunities look like. And for the Emory Henry softball team, the question is less about will they make it, and more about the seed they will earn.
The Wasps came into their final weekend at home as winners of 5 out of their last 6 games. But this senior day did not bring with it an easy conference opponent. The number 24 team in the nation, Tusculum, made their way to Emory this weekend as they honored their 9 seniors. At the bottom of the first, senior Lydia Taylor swings for her 15th home run of the season with 1 on the base, 2-run score. At the bottom of the third, Danielle King punches one out to the opposite field, and it keeps carrying, and it's a solo shot. Top of the fourth, Tusculum would get on the board as Gab Nicholson singles up the middle, scoring the first run of the game and cutting the lead to 2. Bottom of the same inning, and Carson Simpson answers back with a 2-run shot, a bullet to left center, and the Wasps would pour it on in game number 1, winning 12-1, and would do the same in game 2 as they get the much-needed sweep.
Baseball welcomed Newberry in hopes of breaking their 3-game losing streak. The Wasps would lose the first game on Saturday, so Sunday they were looking for the win. The Wasps would get on the scoreboard first, as Jacob Beber hits a single just past the pitcher's feet to open the scoring, giving the Wasps a 1-0 lead. No other runs would cross the plate until the bottom of the 6th, where Stephen Smith hits his 10th home run on the season, and the Wasps would go up by 3. Smith now holds the record for the most hits in a season with 69. Newberry would finally get on the board in the 7th, as Jonathan Velez ropes one over the shortstop for a single to left field, cutting the Wasps' lead to 2. But the Wasps would get that run back, as Jared Hoppes would bounce one to third, helping his teammates score, and the Wasps win. They would win the game 5-1 on the day, but Newberry would win the series 2-1.
The men's lacrosse team, still looking for that conference win, play host to Coker in their final home match. Coker would get on the board first at the 10-minute mark of the first period as Ryan Forehand attacks from the right side and gets the unassisted goal. The Wasps would answer a few minutes later as David Mude sprints ahead after a dead ball and finds Dakota Hawkins, who in turn finds the back of the net, earns a point for the Wasps, and ties up the game. Coker regains the lead a few seconds later as the Wasps turn the ball over and the goalie is out of place. Justin Baye gets the easy goal to give Coker the lead back. At the end of the first, Jackson Blackshear wins the faceoff, sprinting past the defenders before finding a Colin Shelf for the quick score. The Wasps would only trail by 1 after the first, but Coker would go on to outscore the Wasps 18-1 in the second and third periods to pick up the 24-5 win.
The Emory Henry women's lacrosse team also hosted Coker and gave them just about everything they could handle, before eventually coming up short with a 12-10 loss. The afternoon was the squad's inaugural senior day, where they bid farewell to 4 future graduates.
Congratulations to Lexi Humbert, who competed as an individual in the SAC Golf Championships last week. Humbert finished in a tie for 54th place.
Men's golf is competing this week in the conference championship in Greenville, South Carolina, which wraps up on Tuesday. As announced earlier this year, this is the final year of competition for both the men's and women's golf team. This has been your EHC-TV Sports Update. I'm Hayden Pugh.
And I'm Abigail Leo. Have a great rest of your week.